Color that lies within. Nothing between you and I. Still you right there under my skin. I've been waiting, I've been waiting. There's no fault lines to crack and leave me aching. Thinking on a fallout, it leaves me numb, but it's something that might never come. So I'll be waiting here in your arms. There was a silence deep inside, held on a wish and gone with the wind. A whisper, just give me a sign, 'cause I'm right here, beyond and within. I've been waiting.
Hi my loves, it is actually not the morning anymore, but I'm coming to you today with a vlog. Just did this makeup in 20 minutes. This is about as much makeup as I wear these days. This is about my limit unless I'm really going for it. I think it's not too bad for 20 minutes, you know. I thought we would do a reading vlog today. I am reading my book club pick, White Noise. So let's do a little reading vlog. I read the first few pages last night. I would really like to do some content around like analysing books or what I look for when I read a book. And I'm thinking about the best way to do that, properly show you, like properly go through a few books and just show you like how I read basically and what I write notes on. I would love to do some content like that. So if you're interested, let me know and I will do something like that. Anyway, before we get into the rest of the vlog, I do have some new Farfetch pieces to show you. So excited to be working with them again. I'm sure you've all seen me chatting about Farfetch before. Really fantastic website that brings together household name designer brands with lots of up and coming new designers from boutiques across the world. They have loads of good sustainability initiatives. I actually need to send a bag off to Farfetch Fix and get it cleaned up and restored so I can wear it again. I love the brand and I'm so excited to be working with them again. So I've got some new pieces to show you. I do have a discount code. There are some T's and C's which will be down below. It will run from 30 days from the date of this video, so make sure you use it before then. The code is SunbeamsFF. I'll write it on screen, I'll write it in the description box as well. I'm planning to we're going to America for 2 months, which is really exciting but giving me a little bit of nervous energy because obviously we're traveling with a 1-year-old and I really want to pack quite light. I really want to take, and to be honest this is my general attitude towards my wardrobe at the moment as well, because I'm working on, you know, buying stuff that fits my new body, just trying to keep it fairly minimal but choosing items that I know I'll get a lot of wear out of. I'm going to be putting together a capsule wardrobe and I really wanted to film that process for you and show you what things I'm taking, you know, items that will work in lots of different outfits that I can just rotate around, create different combinations, and generally not pack too heavily. But I do think there's a couple of things that I'm sort of missing, especially from my summer wardrobe. So I am definitely going to be looking through Farfetch to kind of pick out a couple of bits to fill in the gaps in my wardrobe, especially, as I said, I'm trying to find a lot more things to fit my new body, my new post-baby body, and so there are some things that I think I could do with. But anyway, my loves, let me show you these pieces. First up, my loves, we've got this Frankie Shop jacket. In love with this. It is Obviously in this kind of camel colour, leather blazer, oversized as all Frankie Shop blazers are. I really love this piece. I think it's going to be a bit of a love or hate with you guys. I think it's a gorgeous sort of spring summer alternative to like a dark blazer. Not that I don't wear dark blazers as well, but it definitely adds a lightness to an outfit and I really, really like it. Let me see if I can show you it without me holding my arm up. Right, my loves, I hope you can see that. But yeah, it's just a really nice oversized shape coming off the shoulders. The material is just absolutely buttery soft. And I have paired it with this Reformation dress, which they sent me the other day, and it's so, so nice. I love this kind of stretchy style. I can wear it without a bra, which is very unheard of for me these days. And I think it would make a gorgeous kind of wedding guest dress. And then I'm also wearing these Chloe sandals, which I also got from Farfetch last year. And for a pair of heeled sandals, I have worn these so much. I love them. I think you could wear like any shoes with this. Sandals, you could wear boots, you could wear trainers if you wanted to keep it really casual. But yeah, I thought I'd just get out the sandals this time, because why not? But that is the first piece and I love it. Next up we have this gorgeous Regina Pio jacket. I am obsessed with this. I could buy every single one of her blazers because that dusty red blazer of hers that I have, also from Farfetch, I wear constantly with so many things you think a red blazer wouldn't go with, but just it's the perfect colour, a gorgeous fit. I would honestly buy all of her blazers. I have such a crazy collection of blazers these days. Maybe I should like a blazer collection. But I saw this and I just thought, how gorgeous is that? Little brown kind of cropped coat with a hood. You can actually pop the hood off too if you want. A beautiful little jacket for the kind of summer that we Brits usually get, which is a chilly one. Wearing it with my wave jeans from the Ragged Priest, a little vest top from Free People, and then I'm also wearing it with my Prada shoes because I think you could do too much brown here, and then I'd probably wear a black handbag as well because the jeans obviously are brown and black, so I think you could just about get away with it without doing too much brown. Sorry for my unmade bed, my loves, but sometimes certain chores are just beyond me. I think in the new house I'll be one of those people that makes their bed every single day. But yeah, so that is the second piece and I love it. I think I'm going to get so much wear out of this. I'm really on a brown hype at the moment. So next couple of pieces are actually both sandals. First up, we've got these super chunky ones. They are quite something. They're super chunky. I thought I'd go with some sandals because I actually have been wearing the same sandals for about 5 years. Now obviously you could wear these with literally anything. I've got this old t-shirt dress from Topshop on, which is definitely too short. I think I probably have to retire it now. And this Moss Copenhagen jacket, which I've had for donkey's years. I do love a simple outfit like this, but I definitely need a new black t-shirt dress. I do really like these. They're like the sandal chunky boot equivalent. So final piece is obviously these sandals. These are from Gia times Pernille Tijsbijk, something like that. I think they do them in a few colours as well, but I was particularly drawn to this kind of minty green colour, which would be such a nice pop of colour this summertime, and just style them really simply with this black Free People shirt that I wear all the time. So I think they just add that little bit of pop. And yeah, these ones are really nice and comfy too. So yeah, big fan of my new sandal purchases because maybe I will stop wearing the same pair of black Birkenstocks over and over again. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but sometimes it's nice to have a couple more options. Right, my loves, I am gonna head downstairs now and try and find some food, and we will come back and do some reading. Actually, I have a really big box of books that Laura from the Sunday Times sent over from their cupboards there of potential speculative fiction options for my next roundup. I haven't actually started reading for the next roundup because I decided to, instead of like spread it out, like condense it into just before my deadline, just so that I'm not caught up always reading for that article, and I can just like focus on it in a shorter period of time. So I haven't actually started reading for it yet, but I'm very excited about this box of books, so I will open that. Also, I wanted to just mention, got sent these the other day. They're little Raven James locket heart earrings. How cute are they? They've got a little like keyhole on the back too. They're so cute. Raven James being Fleur de Force's jewellery brand. The quality is gorgeous, and I love so many of the other pieces that she's designed as well. So just wanted to mention those because I popped them. I had them in a couple of weeks ago, and I just popped them back in this morning, and I just think they're so cute. I've changed into trackies. We're not keeping denim shorts on all day because I don't know if you can tell, it's actually brightened up a little bit, but it's pretty gloomy outside today. It's not particularly warm or springy. But let's go and get some food. I'm hungry. I don't think I mentioned this, but I went to a PT session this morning. It was very difficult. I was not in the mood. Definitely not my strongest day today. I was very, very tired. But as I said before, sometimes it's just about going. You just gotta go. I've retrieved some leftover Chinese, excuse the out of breathness. Just walked up the stairs. Food. I'm gonna watch some Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I'll be right back with you. Let's open up this package I've got from the Sunday Times. See what we've got in here. I actually have just noticed that I was sent this one myself, called Thrust by Lydia Yuknovich. I will find a loving home for the second copy, don't worry. It is an epic literary dystopian novel that lyrically navigates themes of immigration, climate change and feminism across water and time. It's 2085 and Lesfer is learning to use the ancient waterways to travel through water and time. Sifting through the detritus of a fallen city known as the Brook, she discovers a talisman that will connect her with people from the past 2 centuries, including a squad of labourers at work on a huge national monument to liberty. I think we know which statue that might be. As waters rise and a police state encroaches, she must find her way back to the early days of her imperfect country to forge a bond that might save all their lives and their shared dream of freedom. Interesting. Psalms for the End of the World by Cole Haddon. Comprised of a staggering cast of interlinked characters, this extraordinary and unique work of speculative fiction traverses time and space through a blistering range of stories, magazine articles, interviews, press releases and newspaper pieces. 1962, and physics student Grace Polanski believes she has met the man of her dreams, Robert Jones, while serving up slices of pecan pie at the local diner. But then the FBI shows up with their fedoras and off-the-rack business suits and accuses him of being a bomb-planting mass murderer. Finding herself on the run with Jones across America's southwest, the discoveries awaiting Gracie will undermine everything she knows about the universe. Her story will reveal how scores of lives, an identity-swapping rock star, a mourning lover in ancient China, Nazi hunters in pursuit of a terrible secret, a crazed artist in pre-revolutionary France, an astronaut struggling with a turbulent interplanetary future, that's a lot of people, and many more are interconnected across space and time by love, grief, and quantum entanglement, which sets my little neurons alight because I do love myself a little quantum entanglement. Very intrigued by that one. Thrust, by the way, comes out on the 7th of July. So we've got one here that comes out on the 12th of May, which is very soon. It's called Tell Me an Ending by Joe Harkin. Across the world, thousands of people are shocked to receive an email telling them that they once chose to have a traumatic memory removed. Now they are being given the chance to get that memory back. I think this is her first speculative fiction novel, and she's written real-world literary fiction novels under a pseudonym, which is interesting. I've actually got 2 copies of this already. Again, I will be rehoming these. Of Scattered All Over the Earth by Yoko Tawano, which is definitely on my shortlist already. It sounds really, really interesting. Coming out in June. Welcome to the not too distant future. Japan, having vanished into the sea, is now remembered as the land of sushi. Haruko, a former citizen and a climate refugee herself, has a job teaching immigrant children in Denmark with her invented language Panska, Pan-Scandinavian. She soon makes new friends to join her in her travels searching for anyone who can still speak her mother tongue. In A Garden Burning Gold by Rory Power, Rhea and her twin brother Lexos have spent an eternity using cunning and magic to help rule their small, unstable country. Rhea controls the seasons to show favour to their most loyal stewards with bountiful harvests and short winters, while Lexos keeps the tide strong and impassable to maintain the country's borders. Reigning over them both is their father, who holds dominion over death. Using his most powerful weapon, fear, to keep the people and his children in line. And it looks like there might be a revolution on their hands. So this one looks really interesting. It's also a nice thick one. I just love a thick book, you know. So that one is out already, I think, 5th of April. We've got The Pharmacist, which is about a pharmacist in a bunker. And then kind of, I think an apocalypse has happened and they're all in a bunker and she is the pharmacist. When the leader starts to ask things of Wolf, the pharmacist, favours she can hardly say no to, it seems her luck is running out. Forming an unlikely alliance with the young Dr. Sterling, her troubled assistant Levitt and Canavan, a tattooed giant of a man whose purpose in the bunker is a mystery, she must navigate the powder keg of life underground where one misstep will light the fuse. I believe this is Rachel Atala, her first novel. So that's exciting. It's one of those concepts that will either work really, really well or not quite land. We'll see. We've got Her Majesty's Royal Coven by Juno Dawson. Hidden among us is a secret coven of witches. They are Her Majesty's Royal Coven. They protect crown and country from magical forces and otherworldly evil, but their greatest enemy will come from within. That one is out in July. Final couple of books now. We've got a Penguin Classics here. I wonder, is it a new, must be a new translation or something? Yes, It's Beautiful Star by Yukio Mishima. And yes, it's available for the first time in English. So that is exciting. I recognise the translator's name as well, Stephen Dodd. I feel like I've read things he's translated before. The Asuki family have come to a realisation each of them hails from a different planet. Father from Mars, mother from Jupiter, son from Mercury and daughter from Venus. Already seen as oddballs in their small Japanese town in the 1960s, this extraterrestrial knowledge brings them closer together. They climb mountains to wait for UFOs, study at home together and regard their human neighbours with a kindly benevolence. But Father Chuichiro is worried about the bomb. This sounds very intriguing indeed. It's also a gorgeous copy. How beautiful is that? So, and that one's coming out on the 28th of April, so it is already out. Final one, we've got The Path of Thorns by A.G. Slatter. Asher Todd comes to live with the mysterious Morwood family as a governess to their children. Asher knows little about being a governess, but she is skilled in botany and herbcraft, and perhaps more than that. And she has secrets of her own, dark and terrible. And Morwood is a house that eats secrets. With a monstrous revenge in mind, Asher plans to make it choke. However, she becomes fond of her charges of the people of the Tarn, and she begins to wonder if she will be able to execute her plan, and who will suffer most if she does. But as the ghosts of her past become harder to control, Asher realises she has no choice. Intriguing indeed. So that's my big box of books. I'm going to add them to the ever-increasing piles that we've got going on down here. Very much looking forward to being able to put my books on the shelves again. Right, my loves, this is not much of a reading vlog. We are going to do a spot of reading before I must resume mother duties. So White Noise. If you didn't watch my book video, I picked this one for book club. So it's about a professor who is the creator and chairman of Hitler Studies at the College on the Hill. This is the story of his absurd life. A life that is going well enough until a chemical spill from a rail car releases an airborne toxic event, and Jack is forced to confront his biggest fear, his own mortality. So the only other Don DeLillo I've read is actually the most recent one he wrote. I'm not sure when it was published. I read it at uni as part of my Contemporary American course. I remember it being pretty weird. Pretty certain it was about people cryogenically preserving their bodies for the future, like uber rich people. So kind of sci-fi-ish. In general, quite a weird book. Don't know what I was expecting really from this book, but definitely the opening pages have that kind of absurd feel. He's kind of trying to alienate you from the more normal things too. It opens with a description of a bunch of college students turning up to college for the new year with their parents and bringing all of their stuff, basically. Just describing it in that kind of alienated way to make you see it anew and show you new things about it. And yes, definitely the dialogue is a little bit like off, if you know, like off kilter. And a little bit absurd. So I'm very interested to see where it goes. Obviously the concept of Hitler Studies, the College on the Hill, so it's kind of like an unknown place. It's all interesting. When I was on Wikipedia looking at his early life and influences, he definitely said he was inspired by modernist literature, which I see coming through James Joyce, William Faulkner, Flannery O'Connor, Ernest Hemingway. So I can definitely see that in the style. But let's get on. I literally only read the first 10 pages, so let's do a little bit more reading. So, continuing to enjoy the book. Definitely it's not like super plot heavy just yet. It's definitely partly about like contemporary American culture, or contemporary at the time, and it's like obsession with itself almost, and that really strong feeling of nostalgia that comes through with that. I think the figure of Jack Gladney's wife Babette is quite interesting. Obviously the way he describes her is pretty patronising, but I just think she's quite an interesting character. She's, I think, supposed to be this kind of earthy feminine figure, kind of like simple, connected to nature, and I had to switch cameras because my other one died. But yeah, she's obviously still wrought in these kind of slightly absurd lines. So I'm interested to see how she develops, if she develops, or how important she is to the rest of the narrative. And that theme of kind of being worried about mortality and death is coming through a little bit as well. It's interesting, I think, because I think in my head I was expecting it to be a little bit more like the Dennis Johnson books that I've been reading recently, because Don DeLillo often gets grouped with those kind of American authors that were writing around the like 80s, 90s. And to be fair, he does share similarities with other authors that I've read, that kind of really, really postmodern feel. But if we compare it to the Dennis Johnson, that is very much like incredible prose. It's got its absurd, kind of alienating moments, but it's also very much interested in depicting the world closer to the reality, whereas Don DeLillo's feels much more alienated, much more postmodern, and it's not so much about like really excellent prose as it is like the ideas and themes and the way he's like putting the sentences together is unusual. So yeah, it's interesting. So, baby is in bed, hot chocolate has been made, and I'm about to head upstairs. Zach is doing his first thinking about what we might want in terms of cupboards in the kitchen. Just like something more detailed, like where are we going to put things? What kinds of cupboards and drawers and stuff do we want? We've got a design meeting with Devol coming up. I know you have not even seen the first house vlog that I mentioned in my last vlog, or first house video that I mentioned in my last vlog yet, but we have already started working on the second one, which will be all about us designing the kitchen, I think, and finalising some of the bathroom stuff upstairs. So exciting stuff. Zach and I are starting to feel hopeful that we might eventually move into this property, and that is a killer. Never feel hopeful that you might move in the near future. Not that we're even thinking in the near future. Obviously the deadline's kind of the end of this year. That's what we want, that's what we want. Yes, I want this hope to go away because I feel we might be disappointed because there is so much to do still. But I am just really looking forward to living there now and having our own space and lots of space for all of our stuff, and just optimized space as well, because I can hear the washing machine. One moment. Yeah, because obviously this house is not optimized for our lives as a small family, and just making things more practical and lots of storage for all of our stuff. I'm just very excited to be in now. Yeah, like I said, we've owned it for almost 3 years, which is crazy. Anyway, my loves, I am gonna head upstairs now, do some more reading, drink my hot chocolate, relax, and enjoy the rest of my evening. Right, my loves, it is officially time to go to sleep. I am excited to sleep. I know I'm gonna wake up in a lot of pain tomorrow morning from my workout though, which I'm not looking forward to. I'm gonna get some rest. Thank you so much for watching today. Don't forget about my Farfetch code, I will leave it down below. Sorry that this wasn't as much of a reading vlog as I wanted it to be today. I got distracted multiple times. I hope you will enjoy White Noise for me. I sense it's not going to be everyone's kind of book. Still pretty light on plot so far, but I'm enjoying it for all its weirdness and Americanness, very American, and we'll see how we get on with it. Fingers crossed I continue to enjoy it. Bye my loves.